It's time to get up and stomp your feet to this great...
I'm pretty sure many parents got upset at their kids for stomping around in the house. Or in the apartment. I don't know.
Cookies! Nom.
Yeah, thanks for teaching kids to have diabetes.
Count the Martians with us. Ready? 1.
Yep.
Really? That seems boring. I mean, not everyone is a fan of outer space. No offense, Fib. Honestly, the number of the day organ segments are better than these. Now, let me tell you guys why. Otherwise, we ain't getting our get rid of the Fib card back. Okay, first off, let's talk about the premise. The organ segments on Sesame Street would involve the Count walking over to his pipe organ, playing some of the keys on the keyboard, and the number would be revealed. Sometimes he would stall for time, while at other times he'll just straight up go into the counting because why not? Now, when contemplating how to go about this video, I decided to do a little background first, and then do a top 5 of my favorite number of the day organ moments, since there are 21 of them. Yeah, they actually did a segment for the number 0. Can you believe that? So first, a little background. We all know who he is at this point. I did a video on him a while back, and that video mainly explained this guy's background. Yeah, that's when he isn't having a midlife crisis. Twice!
I shall never count again. Good day.
The count.
Yes, Alan. I'm going to find a new street to count on.
Wait,
As you said, Alan, there is a new count in town.
And when his friends aren't trying so hard to get into a fake Nobel Prize competition on who the greatest counter is, they submit a video of him via email, only for a couple of snot-filled tryhards dressed for the Oscars to not be bothered to wait for him to show up. By the way, I hate that entire story because it was originally a story which honored the late Jerry Nelson, a beloved puppeteer who was sadly dying during his last few years as the Count. No, instead it was reinvented to make it a special episode where Elmo and friends enter the Count into a fake email contest without his knowledge. Jeez, I call it fake because the award presenters, like I said, weren't man enough to wait for the Count to show up and accept the award. And they were planning to have him jump through more hoops as if this was a Guinness World Record ceremony. So which is it? You want to do a tribute to Jerry Nelson, or are you wanting a random story about an email contest scam?
I can't believe it.
Hey, look!
It's one friend.
Anyhow, that's a story for another day. I won't be bothered. But anyways, let's go back to the good old days when the Count was more appreciated. Rule of thumb, guys, don't ever waste someone's talent. The number of the day organ segments often followed a simple formula. The Count either enters the room or we start with him just standing there. He asks us what the number of the day is, which, by the way, is like we don't know, so obviously that question is going to be answered when we get to the organ, right? Anyway, if the number is small, he'll obviously stall for time. But if the number is supposed to be a big number, he just starts off right away. By the way, no spoilers on which segments are what number. Still curious? Check out the Muppet Wiki. No matter what, his organ is possessed by a collection of poor, unfortunate souls. How is he able to have a bunch of people living in his organ? Well, your guess is as good as mine. But now with the background out of the way, let's get into my top 5 personal favorites with the number of the day organ segments. Again, no spoilers on what number is presented in each scenario featured in this video. In other words, I'm not going to be saying something like, oh, this scenario is showing off the number 12, or the Count reveals the number 5 in this one. No. None of that, because I want you guys to guess for yourselves. That's the whole point of the number of the day segments. The Count wants you to guess. So technically, this is the top 5 scenes from the number of the day organ segments. Alright? Then let's jump right in. Scene number 5. Oh look, talking veggies!
And here to celebrate are dancing vegetables!
Right. Since he's Romanian or Hungarian or whatever, you'll notice that his V's sound like W's and vice versa. Or in this case, vice versa. Ugh, that sounded weird. Well, at least I got to see this on television. Okay, television, sorry. Dang it. Either that's part of the linguistics, or he's just trolling us. By the way, bonus points for making the song catchy. Gotta dance, gotta dance, gotta dance, 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 dance. Gotta dance! Okay, scene number 4. In this scene, the Count is happier than usual, going so far as to hammer in the fact that this is his favorite thing in the whole wide world.
Do you know what that is?
Going through a midlife crisis.
Right! Ooh, that sounds so nice, I'll say it twice.
Now, if you're like, oh, he said the word twice, so the answer to that scene is number 2, just proved you wrong.
I wonder what the number of the day could be.
Can you whisper for me, Count?
Let's find out, shall we?
Ooh, that gave me chills. That guy's trying to seduce me. Moving on. Scene number 3. Okay, this scene looks nice. Pretty peaceful, in fact.
Welcome!
Great. Start off with a jump scare, why don't ya? Especially since the scene started with the camera taking in the view of the inside of your castle. Okay, what was with that noise? I'm sensing too much enthusiasm here. You obsess over numbers, get real. Here you go. Huh? What's with that look?
He wants you, LBF.
No, he doesn't. Okay, scene number 2. Now, this one starts off simple. The Count enters the room. By the way, I love how the puppeteers can move around on the set while the camera follows our caricature. We get a lot of eye candy when it comes to the castle setting. Yep, that's when the studio had a lot of money to spend, thanks to contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. What I also love about the scene is that the Count prepares to play his musical organ. He waves his hands. He does this weird thing with his pointers. He cracks his knuckles. Man, it's like preparing for a ritual. But then again, that's me preparing to record a video almost. Okay, I gotta make sure everything's plugged in. Okay, I'm ready. Well, actually, no, I gotta plug this in, duh. We got this, and... no, we gotta... Okay, finally? Okay, we're not even at Audacity, come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, I gotta get my coffee fix. No, wake up, JB Plus. I need you for this. Oh man, I gotta take him to the bathroom. Hang on. A subtle scene, but that's nothing compared to the number 1 scene. Okay, scene number 1. Strike that thriller pose. Bam! How I love when the Count sings. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for whenever this guy sings. It starts off with him posing for Thriller. Ah, yes, I greet you with Thriller. That was a terrible impression, I apologize. It's like if I did this at the beginning of a video. You'd be asking, okay, why did you do that? What was the purpose of that? Well, same here, but hey, we're here because the Count has an important announcement. And it's in song.
Deep in the night, when the full moon is bright,
Yankee Doodle went to town on a horse named Gooper, but LBF always got there first. Because she took an Uber. Haha, nailed it. To me, this just seemed random. And you know what else is random? This line.
And the dogs begin to bake. And the dogs begin to bake.
What does that even mean? If you're implying that the wolves are howling at the moon, then say that. Not to mention, he graces us with his presence by gliding his way to the organ like a fairy. Why are we still watching this?
So gone.
I keep thinking.
Great Scott! Gotta help.
It all makes sense now. What makes the Count so admirable is his charm. And you know, I love a guy who could charm me with his voice, his talent, his intellect. Why is there not a spin-off show for the Count? Sesame Street, I'm putting you on notice. Give this guy his own show already. He deserves it. Anywho, leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching this video about a guy that's a bajillion years old. Because, vampire, yeah. But hey, that gives you plenty of time to watch this video where I spotlight another caricature that also messes with my head. God, I need therapy.